Okay, Unit 5.1 test review. Okay, so first things first, remember anything to the 0 power is 1. So this is 1 plus this is 1 plus this is 1. So this is 3 times 1. Okay, so we get 1 plus 1 plus 3 times 1 is 3. 3, 4, 5. So my answer is 5. Okay, here we have some negatives. So remember, negatives mean they're on the wrong side. So let's go ahead and move just the two negative exponents. So let me redo that. So the y is going to go down and the z is going to go up. So when we rewrite that, we get 2x. That one y was already down there, so I get y to the 4th, and then I get z squared. So now I have no negatives, I'm going to simplify. So I still have the 2xz squared, so nothing over there simplifies, but down here, this is 4 and one more. So there's a total of 5 y's on the bottom. So 2xz squared over y to the 5th power. Okay, again, we're going to move this one down and this one up. 8 over 24 x 15 x cubed. Okay, so remember when we're dividing, we subtract. So 15 minus 3 is 12. And then we also need to simplify our 8 over 24. So 8 goes into 24 3 times. So we have the 3 on the bottom. We don't need the 1 on top, but we have the x on top with 12 left. Okay, so on number 4, 12 times 2, so we're just multiplying. 12 times 2 is 24. Remember, treat numbers just like normal. And then this is 3 being multiplied, and this is 5 more being multiplied, so we have 8 being multiplied, because remember, when we're multiplying, we add the exponents. Okay, here this whole thing is negative, so we're going to move that whole thing to the bottom. So this whole thing is going to move to the bottom. And then just the y, so we get y squared on top. We have that x down there, and then we're going to bring this down, so x squared y. Well, these two are going to combine, and then these two are going to combine. Well, 2 minus 1 is 1, so I have 1 on top over x cubed. Okay, here this whole thing is to negative 4. Well, I'm going to go ahead and multiply in. So I get 4, and then I get x to the positive 8, because remember we multiply. Okay, and then I get y to the negative 20. Well, that just means I need to move it down. So I get 4x 8 over y 20 to the 20th power. Okay, here, this one gets a little messy, so I'm going to just move my negative exponents first. So I get 2y squared z, because remember it's just going to be a positive 1, which is nothing. You don't have to put anything, over 4xy cubed x to the 4th. So these can be combined. These can be combined, and then the y's can be combined, and the 2 over 4 simplifies to 1/2. So I get a 2 on bottom, I get x5 on bottom, y1 on bottom, because there's more on the bottom, 3 minus 2 is 1, and then z squared on top. Okay, we're going to simplify this one side at a time, and then we'll multiply. So here this x is going to go down, so I get 2 over y squared x, and here I get, I'm going to simplify it all the way, x to the negative 4 over y to the negative 2, so when I flip it, I get y squared over x to the 4th. So when you multiply, you just multiply across. Well, these cancel each other. I get 2 over x to the 5th power. Okay. Here I'm going to multiply n for both, and then we'll move things around. So we get x to the negative 2 power, y to the negative 4 power, over x to the 4th power, y to the negative 8 power. So both of these need to move down, and this needs to move up. So I get y8 over, somebody's music is way too loud, x squared y to the 4th. Everything becomes positive because I moved it. These can simplify and these can simplify. So I get 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, remember we treat this as just multiplying, so we treat the numbers like normal. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. I have negative 2, and remember when we multiply we add the exponent, so negative 2 plus 3 is just 1. And then 5 plus negative 6 is y to the negative 1. So that means I need to move it down, and I get negative 14x over y. Okay, this whole thing needs to be squared, everything, top and bottom. So 2 squared is 4, x squared squared is x to the 4th power, y squared, 5 squared is 25, y squared is y squared. Okay, 4 over 25 does not simplify, and x to the 4 over y squared does not simplify. Okay, this one, don't mess up your cubes. 5 cubed is 125, and then y 4 times 3 is 12, over 2 cubed, I believe, is 8. And then x squared cubed is x to the 6th power. So the y and the x do not simplify. 125 over 8. Nope. I believe does not simplify either. Nope. So there's your answer. Oh gosh. Could help if you could see what I was doing. Sorry y'all, I just get going. Okay, so all I did was cube everything on the inside, square everything on the inside. Okay, 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Now remember you add exponents, so 2 plus 3 is 5. 36 over negative 12 is negative 3. X, so 2 minus 1 is just x squared, and then y has nothing to simplify with, so everything on the bottom canceled out, and there's your answer. 25 over 15 does not simplify beautifully, but it can, does not divide, but can simplify. 5 goes into 25 5 times, 5 goes into 15 3 times, so there's my numbers, so I'm going to cross them out because I've handled them. 5 minus, we'll freeze, this becomes x to the 4. This becomes, well, negative times a negative is a positive, so that becomes x squared, with 5 becomes x to the 7th. So there's more x's on top. 7 minus 4 is 3. Everything here needs to flip, but I'm going to move this first, and it becomes y positive 3. And now I'm going to put the whole bottom on top, over the top. Move to the bottom because of that negative 1. Okay, now I can simplify. There's more x's on bottom. 5 plus 3 is 8, so I have y 8 over 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, just the back. So now we're talking scientific notation. Okay, so writing in scientific notation, remember we want it to where it's just one number in front of the decimal. So I want 4.23, and the rest are zeros, so I don't need to write that, times 10. Now this is a big number. It is not a super small decimal, so it's going to be a positive exponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now this is a super small decimal, so I know I have a negative exponent. So I am going to have 5.07 times 10 to the negative something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 to the negative 6. Okay, this is a positive number, so I know it's going to be a big number, bigger than 1. So I'm going to move to the right 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which leaves me with 4 blanks. So 7, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, there's my number. Okay, this is a negative number, so I know it's going to be a super small number, less than 1. So I'm going to move to the left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 2, 3, 1, 5. So these are kind of set up like your test. It says the light density of chlorine is 2.95 times 10 to the negative 3. Well, negative means it's going to be a number smaller than 1. Well, all of these are smaller than 1. So left 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 2 zeros. So it's going to be B. In 1994, the United States has a population of, this is a big number, so it's going to be a positive exponent. All of them are positive. But remember, proper scientific notation is going to be 2.6. There's only one of them that has that, so I know B is my answer, but let's count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is correct. Okay, test is coming up. Make sure you study and ask questions as needed.